Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us.
This is the breaking news alert that has completely shaken the basketball world. What you're about to hear is not a rumor, speculation, or a drill. An unprecedented move has reportedly been made that could dramatically change women's basketball forever. The unthinkable has happened. After weeks of alleged coaching turmoil, Caitlin Clark has reportedly reached her breaking point. She has packed her bags, walked away from the Indiana Fever, and allegedly signed a historic $1 million deal to leave the WNBA. Even more shocking, the superstars behind this reported lifeline have gone public, criticizing head coach Stephanie White as the Fever franchise faces growing turmoil. Let's rewind and unpack this shocking development. For weeks, the basketball world has watched as Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White allegedly allowed personal tension to interfere with the team. Critics claim she made a baffling tactical decision by taking the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands, limiting her playmaking and pushing her toward the corner as a decoy. The move was portrayed as an attempt to reduce Caitlin's influence and prove who was in control. But there was one major problem. Caitlin Clark is one of the biggest stars in basketball, and she has no reason to accept constant disrespect. Enter Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. As key figures behind the unrivaled basketball league, they have reportedly been watching the situation in Indiana closely. After seeing the alleged treatment of Caitlin, they decided enough was enough. Behind closed doors, away from WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, unrivaled executives reportedly made a massive aggressive move.
And what were you thinking when it came to how you started this game?
Mind you, this is a part of coaching. The whole first 3 quarters, Aaliyah Boston was basically playing point guard. Jonquel Jones was tearing her ass up the whole first half. You know why? Jonquel Jones was actually playing center. She was posting up, getting busy in the paint. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston was hubbing around the 3-point line, bringing the ball up the court more than Caitlin Clark. Take a listen to Jonquel Jones.
I was thinking that I really wanted to...
I was like, who's talking right now?
Jackie.
You're being quite theatrical. The theater is fun.
I'm just messing with you.
The theater is fun. It's theater.
I was just wanting to start the game aggressively. Again, going back to the matches that we had with them previously, I felt like they were the team that kind of like set the tone with the level of aggression and I guess the level of intention to start the game. And I just wanted to make sure that I was doing my part to make sure that we came up with a different level of aggression and to be able to just kind of set the tone and let them know that like it wasn't going to be a night where everything was going to be easy for them, or that they were coming into our house and we just wanted things to be difficult.
And Stewie, for you, I guess just obviously with Leo in the fold and being able to put her out on the floor with lineups with you, with Rebecca Allen, I guess just what did you learn about what your defense is able to do?
Leo didn't have to do that much. Watch this, because Caitlin Clark wasn't playing point guard today.
According to alleged leaked reports, Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier personally contacted Caitlin Clark and offered her a fully guaranteed multi-million-dollar contract to leave the Indiana Fever and join their league. The reported deal included ownership equity, greater control over her offensive role, and a coaching staff that would respect her style of play. Caitlin reportedly didn't hesitate. But the story allegedly didn't end there. Stewart and Collier weren't satisfied with simply attracting the WNBA's biggest star. They reportedly wanted to send a strong message to the Indiana Fever. In a shocking press conference, Stewart and Collier allegedly addressed the situation directly and delivered a major criticism of Stephanie White. They reportedly abandoned the usual polished PR language and refused to hold back.
Miami, they play there for 6 weeks, and it was just announced recently that Unrivaled struck a television deal with TNT. Now, this exclusive media rights deal is reported to be 45 plus primetime games. TNT Sports are also invested in the league, and sources say that it's a 6-year deal that could be worth more than $100 million. So a lot of the details of this television deal have not been revealed just yet, but there was one unconfirmed report that said that all this money might not be guaranteed to Unrivaled and that they do have viewership goals for this first season and seasons to come. If that is true, then that's something to keep in mind when we talk about the offer that might be given to Caitlin Clark. Now, this is also interesting to me because I feel like it is kind of late in the game to start recruiting Caitlin Clark. The Unrivaled League has 26 of their 30 players already, and they have been announcing players for the past 3 months. And there has been speculation throughout the entire WNBA season if Caitlin Clark would be.
They reportedly slammed the Indiana Fever head coach in front of the entire world. Breanna Stewart allegedly leaned toward the microphone and said, "What happened in Indiana is a complete disgrace to basketball. You have a generational, once-in-a-lifetime point guard, yet you take her out of the offense because of personal insecurity. It's pathetic, and we will not allow a toxic environment to damage the future of this sport. We built Unrivaled to protect players from situations like this. Caitlin is safe with us now." Nafia Sakalia reportedly followed with an equally harsh statement. Stephanie White should never coach professional basketball again. She deliberately sabotaged her own team to feed her ego. The WNBA failed to protect its star, so we stepped in and did it ourselves.
And a fever. So I don't want to give a damn. I don't want to hear nothing about her missing them 2 damn free throws. Let's finish reading the tweets. Sick of this, man. Sick of this. Time and time again, we got to go through this. Ryan Loves Ball stated, Stephanie White is just anxious. Is just an atrocious coach. She has the best show on the planet, starting at point guard. And yet, we have to watch this boring motion offense trip. Caitlin basically has to force her looks since the set offense is to take the ball out of her hands. I didn't even want to speak about forcing shots. She forced shots against Dallas. She forced them again tonight. Caitlin Clark is a rhythmic player. She has to get in rhythm to play, to shoot well. And we ain't going to go over Caitlin points yet. I don't even know. I don't even remember how many damn points she got. I'm just so freaking mad. Shout out to Mar. Mar stated, when has this type of basketball ever won anything? You have the best point guard on the team acting like a shooting guard. Why in the hell are you playing the game the opposing team wants to play? And if you're going to play her at the 2, why aren't you drawing up plays for her? Because they're drawing up plays for Kelsey Mitchell. Live Wire stated, I'm annoyed. 2 games back-to-back. Stephanie White runs the offense, and the Fevers look like ish, stagnant. Sets, no good screens, no push, just ish. What product are y'all selling here? Why is CC not running the...
The backlash from the press conference was reportedly immediate and devastating inside the Indiana Fever facility. The situation quickly turned into chaos. When news of the alleged $1 million Unrivaled contract broke, along with footage of Stewart and Collier criticizing her coaching, the pressure on Stephanie White reportedly reached a breaking point. According to alleged locker room sources, White was seen crying in her private office. The confidence that reportedly convinced her she could limit Caitlin Clark without consequences appeared to have completely collapsed. She was allegedly overwhelmed, calling the front office and asking for help. But the damage may already be done. She didn't just risk losing a few games. Critics argue that her decisions could have pushed away one of the franchise's most valuable and influential stars.
The sheer amount of money that she's making these teams, people are having to move their venues when she comes to play, and she's getting paid like $75,000 a year. She should be one of the top paid players in the world just for the sheer numbers that she's bringing. And I'm glad that a WNBA player is finally saying this out loud, admitting to it, because it has been so clear for so many people the Caitlin Clark effect that she has had on the WNBA this season. We have talked about it so much on this channel. She has raised overall viewership. Like Nafisa said, they're changing venues just to accommodate all the fans who want to come watch Caitlin Clark play. The list goes on, but there have been so many players, coaches, media personality who have been so afraid to just admit the fact that Caitlin Clark has been the sole reason for so many of these things happening this season in the WNBA. And so I'm I'm really glad that Nafisa, being confident enough in herself, knowing that she is arguably the best player in the world, she is able to say these things out loud. However, I do think that this push for Caitlin Clark has come a little bit late in the game. I want to compare what were the rumblings that we're hearing about the offer that Unrivaled will make to Caitlin. I want to compare that to what Ice Cube offered Caitlin before the Big Three season began. I commend Ice Cube because you have to think about the type of egos that play in the Big Three. And I do sideline reporting for the Big Three, for those of you who don't know, so I'm like very well.
The WNBA is reportedly facing an unprecedented crisis. Kathy Engelbert and Indiana Fever ownership are allegedly under intense pressure as the league confronts the possibility of Caitlin Clark leaving for Unrivaled. If that happened, the impact could be enormous. Television ratings, sold-out arenas, and major sponsors could all take a serious hit. Many fans are there because of Caitlin Clark, not simply the Fever brand, and her departure could dramatically change the franchise's future. Critics argue that Stephanie White's alleged coaching decisions have created a situation the league cannot afford to ignore. Meanwhile, Unrivaled would have pulled off one of the biggest moves in modern basketball.
Your league, I feel like it was a missed opportunity. 3-on-3 is already hard to get more people involved in. You're doing a brand new kind of 3-on-3 on a shorter court. It's brand new. It's gonna be hard to get eyeballs on it. All of these, I mean, the WNBA is in their 28th season and it's still a new league. Like, it's hard to get the kind of virality, viewership, all the things that you want right off the bat. And especially if you don't have a big name or a big draw, you know, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I think Caitlin was that person that they absolutely needed. So do I think Caitlin Clark should join Unrivaled? I'm not so sure. I think that the money needs to be high. It needs to be in the millions. It needs to be at least what Cube offered her for the Big Three at minimum. And even with that, Caitlin Clark doesn't need any money. She has plenty of endorsement deals. I think she is totally fine. And I think for her body and for her mental health, it might not be the best thing for her, because I can only imagine what it was like being in her shoes throughout this entire WNBA season. Not only the kind of physicality and double teams and face guards and all of those things that she was receiving on the court, but also all of the noise, all of the drama, all of the like media circus surrounding her off the court. Like, that just had to have been so much to handle. And so I don't know if jumping right back into another league that has not been established yet. And for the record, I like Breanna Stewart. I love Nafisa Collier. I don't want this league to fail. I think basketball is great if we have another league. I think if it's similar to the Big Three and it gives women another place to go instead of going overseas during the offseason, I think that that's fantastic. I hope it does succeed. But I think Caitlin Clark stepping into a league that hasn't been established yet, through the firestorm that she has had to go through in the WNBA, who's to say that once she gets into Unrivaled, all of these narratives, all of these, your fan base is this, all of this starts up again? And who's to say if Unrivaled has a fantastic...
The entire league is reportedly in unprecedented chaos. WNBA owners are allegedly demanding that Stephanie White be fired immediately, as angry fans threaten to cancel their season tickets in large numbers. But critics say the damage may already be done. Caitlin Clark has reportedly received a major Unrivaled offer from a league that values her, respects her style of play, and wants to build around her. If she accepts, she may never look back. Now I want to hear from you. Are you supporting Caitlin Clark taking the alleged $1 million Unrivaled deal and leaving the situation behind? Do you agree with Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier's reported criticism of Stephanie White? And what do you think should happen next? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let your voice be heard.
It's ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous, man. The Indiana Fever, just Leonie Feebage being back was big for the New York Liberty. Leonie Feebage had 20 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds in her return. She had a hell of a second half. She started shooting the cover off the ball from the 3-point line. Sabrina Ionescu had 12 points, 4 assists. She wasn't very impactful. 1 of 5 from 3. Jonquel Jones, 19 and 10. Breanna Stewart, 22, 8 and 7. She balled. But I thought Michaela Timpson battled with Breanna Stewart. I thought Maisha Hines-Allen and Breanna and Michaela Timpson battled their ass off down there. Aaliyah Boston missed the key layup, man. We could have went up 1. She missed the key layup. But at the end of the day, this falls on coaching, man. The head coach made the decision to play the center at point guard for the first 3 quarters of this game, pretty much. She decided to have Aaliyah Boston play point guard. Aaliyah Boston brought the ball up the floor more than anybody else in this game. More than Kelsey Mitchell, more than Caitlin Clark, more than Sophie. Shout out to Sophie, man. Sophie, you passed the ball to Caitlin and you knocked down a couple threes. Sophie had 10 off the bench. Sophie and Maisha Hines-Allen look like our only playable players off the bench. It just is what it is. This Indiana Fever team's not good, but Stephanie White made the decision to play Aaliyah Boston at point guard and play Caitlin Clark at.
Let your voices be heard in the comments because the WNBA executives are reportedly watching the reaction closely. If you want the latest unfiltered updates on the alleged unrivaled contract and the ongoing Indiana Fever drama, smash that like button and subscribe to Dunk Dynasty. Turn on the bell notifications because the moment Stephanie White is officially fired or a major update breaks, we'll be here to cover it. Keep supporting the stars, keep holding the line, and I'll see you in the next one.